You're welcome to the sports channel, Soccer's Epiphany. I'm going to be showing you from the matches moments where basic footballing decisions could be made and it could actually improve the quality of play and result. But because all those actions were actually ignored, it keeps getting us to where we are today. And it is not just the South African game, it has been the norm. Most times the Super Eagles, they don't even build from the back like I talked about in a previous video. They most times go straight. Either Nwabali goes long to top nine, or they just within seconds play amongst themselves and the center backs they go long. And the little times they try to build from the back, we always get to see it will be dropping deep to actually go to assist them. Now this is a clip of the Bassi's goal. How Bassi actually started the build up. He was the one that still followed up, and it was because of his resilience that we actually had that goal. Now, this was the movement that led to Bassi's goal. That was Frederick. Frederick had the ball as a center back and he drove into the midfield. And from there on, he actually passed to Bassi. With Bassi, made some moves and he got the ball back and he ran into the half space. But I just wanted to show specifically the movement of Frederick. From Frederick, I'm going to go right up to the midfield. As a center mid, when you pass such a ball to, he passed the ball to Bassi, observe, there was no support. In basic football, there is something called pass, support, and angles of support. When you give a pass as a center back, you have to go into a place where you will be in a position, if that man cannot progress, for him to also find you as an option again to go back to. Now that's Frederick. He got the ball. He traveled with it. That was a good one. Now, after giving Bassi the ball, Frederick was supposed to come into this space immediately. However, after he gave the pass, he was reluctant to actually go to that space. He was supposed to now become support in that particular place, but he was reluctant. And you see, in professional football, these are tiny details that the coaches, the assistant coaches are watching. And if, for instance, Bassi gets pressed down over there and it actually leads to goal, that particular player is going to go in for it, because when they're doing the performance analysis briefing, he's going to be reminded that he was supposed to go into that space to become an option for Bassi to go into. Now, if it's either Bassi goes to him, if he's in that spot, or this man comes down this way. Now, observe, after Bassi tried going back, that's when he felt, okay, I should now go to that place. Now, he tried going in. Observe, Bassi tried dribbling the guy now. He then stopped. It was because Bassi switched his body position. He was going to go into that place before he felt he was going to go in there. If you're right here and you get the ball, it's still good positioning. It even affords you better opportunity to get the ball, look up, and even link a pass right into the midfield. Or you could go long to either this man or this man. But if you're in this position over here, if you have the ball, before you try to go long up here to this man or to this man is going to press you down. But if you're here, you're going to have that time, those seconds, to actually give a long range pass up here. But he decided to be so close to that man. Now, that's detrimental. That's bad positioning. In case he gets that ball back, that man would easily press him. And Bassi would not even want to give him the ball because he was too close to that man. So he was supposed to drop deep to give that angle of support, at the same time be able to give himself that time to actually launch a long range pass to those two men across the pitch. Then Bassi moved. Now, because you observe again, Bassi turned. Bassi was trying to go back. That's when he now made another move. So if the ball is not coming to him, he's not going to go into that space as a center back. Those are the minor decisions like these guys take for granted. And that's actual football. When you take up those positions, you open the game. When you use your spaces right, you make the game so open. You create so many channels. You create so many triangles. You create diamonds. You create pathways for passing lanes. Observe, Bassi gave the ball. Bassi is still moving. Bassi is still moving into the half space. Observe his movement. Whenever you're watching the Super Eagles, just try and observe Bassi. He moves as a professional. When he marks as a professional, off the ball movement so good. You don't see our other right back and all that. With due respect, even Aina, maybe he does it for Nottingham, not for Nigeria. He doesn't move into the half space. That's a Cucurella kind of movement. When you go into the half space, that's what he did. And that's what actually led to that goal. You see, same thing we're talking about. That's Lookman with the ball. I'm just going to go back a little. See? That's Lookman. He had the ball. That's him raising his hand. Him telling this. There was a man just by this side. The other guy, he was still at the back and no one was with him, but I don't know. Professional football, I don't know. The man just decided to be there. This man will try to go into this space, thereby making this defender here to actually be mindful of him. So there needs to be an extra man in this space. That was the man Lookman was calling to come into the space. There are no movements. They pass, they don't go, the positioning is so bad. You could see it was after Lookman passed the ball to that very man that he is now stepping up. And these are things that are supposed to be done in split seconds, in motion, and that's how the goals come. If you don't do this thing on time, these guys are going to recover. And when they recover, it becomes a dead ball. They then form a low block. Meanwhile, Bassi was still in his position. He didn't leave. He was still there. His confidence and his daring attitude actually gave us that goal. And that was his goal. He started the build-up, passed to Iwobi. After giving Iwobi the ball, he didn't stop there. He ran into the half space. To see Bassi's movement, Iwobi linked with him, and Lookman did good when it comes to actually transition, changing the face of play, because there was much concentration. The attention of the opponents were on the left-hand side. Immediately, he switched to the right-hand side, and there was a pull-out, which actually led to that goal. But specifically, you could see from this video how the movement was so poor, right from the defense. We had so many players, but just few actually making it happen when all could move as a unit. This is another play. You observe Iwobi actually passing the ball to the right-hand side of the pitch. Still on the issue, you observe this man is not moving. He was just static, and that is our right back. He was not moving. The moment the ball got to this man was supposed to be moving into the half out wide, because this man is already in the half space. This man is central. This man is a little bit inside. This man is supposed to be moving into the half space. But no, there is no movement whatsoever from him. Most times they would wait for you to, I don't know, it's like they allow you to, if you do what you want to do with the ball. If you can't be a Superman, then I'm going to come help you. That's how they play. You see? Now, after he observed, he gave the pass and he stood where he was. He gave that pass. He stood where he was. If this man is not going to assist with the pass, what stops you from taking this space? And this man might be, if you take this space, this man takes this other space here. Now, this is another clip from the match, and I'm going to use this to show you how at times Iwobi goes too deep. Iwobi most times break the rules of progression. He could actually position himself, and most times the space is there, but he doesn't stay in the space. You need to stay in the space, trust your center backs to give those penetrating passes, to break the line of press, so we could have good numbers to actually go or advance into the mid-third or attacking third. Now, that's Ekong. Ekong had the ball. That you see, it will be dropping deep, right? Now, for some persons watching, they might think that's good football. That's not good football. Now, that's it. I'm going to stop there. See, this man, he was supposed to be just positioned. You see these two people forming a gate, he was supposed to be just here. He should trust Ekong to give him a pass into this place. And when Ekong gives him that pass, if he is in this position over here, he scans this place, and he has the space ahead of him to actually move into. And he could move here, he could give a pass here, he could go this way. If Iwobi had stayed in this spot here, trusting Ekong to bring the ball or give him a good penetrating pass, that's three people that pass would have beaten. And that's like three men behind you. It is now left for you now to advance with the ball to the other side of the pitch. We are now more closer to their goal. We don't need Iwobi creating overloads with the center backs. We need you to position yourself intelligently that is going to advance our numbers up the pitch and make us advance the ball faster. You could see the pass after he gave the pass. It's like the pass is still nowhere. But if he was in this position, this man would want to press him. This man will want to press him. We're going to be having this man positioned behind them to get the ball. That's him linking. We're going to have this man. And who knows, this man might want to also try to cover this space. And this man could go behind him. So he could have this man to pass to. He could pass in between here and he could go in between to this man who is entering this space. So that's the point I was making. And this is where the coaching staff, like these are the tactical aspect of football that as coaches you see. These are things that fans might not see, but you are observing, you're seeing. These are things you need to correct. But we see these mistakes done match after match. Then now observe, after Iwobi gave that pass, there is still a room for him to come into this space here. But you observe, he sat deep. Him and Ndidi, they are always sitting deep. This place that Iwobi is actually taking, or that position Iwobi is, that's where the left center back should be. This man should be going into this space here. This man should be prepared to take this space. This man should be prepared to follow. Then we should have, what's his name? Congo, Frederick, however they're going to stand. We have the right center back here. We have the left center back here. They should be joining the play. Right now, they're still behind. They always leave gaps they could attack. Gaps they could go into and form triangles and form diamonds. And that's it. They lost the ball because they're good at playing long, where they could actually go into spaces and create passing lanes, create channels. Once they have the ball, they build a little from the back, break all the rules of progression, then they go long. That's how they play. We also talked about us attacking one-sidedly. And this clip is going to actually show that. And that's Lukman with the ball. Lukman was able to retain possession. And that's Dele Bashiru. See, we passed the ball. Now it goes to Iwobi. You see, when I talk about, you see the same thing I was talking about. That particular pass was supposed to be for Bassi. Iwobi needs just to stay in between these guys. He either stays there or he stays here. If Bassi gets the ball, Bassi might decide to come to him this way, or Bassi goes to him this way, because this man is going to press Bassi. If Chel wants him to be playing as the center back, he should tell us. Now observe as the ball advances. You observe when the ball goes to Iwobi, observe. Now you see all the Nigerian players. You could see all of them. You know what they are waiting for? They are waiting for either Iwobi to play it long or for him to give to Bassi. Then Bassi goes long. You're just going to play it in the sky, play it long, and they struggle. If they get it, fine. If they don't get it, it goes out to goal kick or throwing. That's the pattern of football Eric Chel is playing. I don't want to believe that it's these players. And if it's them, what stops you from calling them to order? So they're playing one-sided. I told you, that was it. He went back. And even after playing the pass back, you could see we need people to occupy these places. But you're not seeing Nigerian players immediately occupying. Because if someone had come here, he would have linked the pass to this man, and this man could come here, or he could go to that man. And if he goes to that man, this man links here, while this man here holds the width. But we don't see that, and it's an eyesore. It's really sad how we play football like this. Now, on paper, Nigerian players are far ahead of the South African players in terms of club and overseas experience. No wonder their coach even throw a dig at us, you know, but it's a fact. It's not even a dig. It's a subtle dig, and it's a fact. But you're going to see how the South Africans play basics. They were supposed to actually win that match, but they don't have qualities like us. But with what they had, they played basics, and they even did a little of tacticals, which I'm going to show. Now, this was them in build-up. We don't build. Nigeria cannot do this build-up. But most times they hardly go long. It was when the whole intensity increased, when they were actually looking for a draw. But most times they were building very well. Now you could see their two center backs. This man here is their left fullback. This man here is their right fullback. But did you see how they go up the pitch? They're trying to provoke the press. They're trying to make the Nigerian players to press deep. They break the line and they have more numbers up the pitch. Observe how they're taking their time. Of course, the Nigerian players know what they're trying to do, so they are careful. Now, the moment Lookman begins to go, observe. I want you to observe the movement of this man. Just observe his movement. Are you seeing his body shape? He's not totally facing the goalkeeper. His body is opened. His body is facing here. At the same time, he could see the goalkeeper. He's mindful of the space here. He's trusting the goalkeeper. If this man presses, he's going to go into the space. And he's trusting the ball to come this way. If the ball goes to this man, he gets it. It's not going ahead to go to meet the goalkeeper to receive the ball like Iwobi does. No, he's not doing that. Observe what he's doing. You see, he's going into the space. Now, he's going to the other side. That's how you position yourself behind the press. They did that very well. Now, observe something again. I want to take you back. The moment the ball begins to go in, this man is their left fullback. So their left fullback inverts. He inverts into the defensive midfield in build-up. Observe they're overloading one side of the pitch, but still keeping an outfield player. They're still keeping the width. They have one man. This man is contesting for the second balls, and this man is here to also go for those loose balls. Observe this man. He could go into this space. Then we have this man here, and this man could attack this space. Are you seeing how they were building intelligently? They were building with purpose. Now, this was South Africa. I want to show you their movement in their final third. Whenever they're in the attacking third, they create triangles and diamonds. And it helps them to keep position and attack in an intelligent way. They go on counter. Whenever the counter doesn't work, they still try to retain the possession. Now, observe that man. You observe this man. This man is trying to he's running into this space. He's trying to create space for his teammate. And this man could go here, okay? This man is advancing. You have this man already, the left-hand side. But the movement of this man here is very intelligent. You see? He took them and this man went into the space. The player with the ball went into the space. And you could see, they're building patiently. You see those two guys I talked about. You see them, they're going into the half spaces now. This man is taking the left-hand half space. This man is taking the right-hand half space. Then we've got three of them in the box. Positionings. You could see their positioning. And they have this man coming to join the attack. The moment that man tries going that way, observe, this man is already going deep. This man begins to go. So we have this man still in the right-hand half space. We have this man in the left-hand half space. And we have that man. You could see how they position so intelligently. This is basics. Just basic football. You don't need much. You apply the basic rules of football. It's going to be fun. You could see the man I was talking about. You see, he's creating that support. The moment he's going, you see this man is dropping. This man is coming. You could see them. Could you see the beautiful way they create triangles and diamonds? They're still in possession of the ball. Are you seeing the... Oh my God. You could see the build-up. You could see how they have bodies, numbers. They are not just shooting the ball to the sky, allowing 4 people to hit the ball. You could see how the other defenders, the DMs, they actually joined the attack. You see them shaped properly now. They've put Nigeria in a box. Of course, that's the right thing for the Nigerian players to do, to be compact. But they've actually shaped themselves in right positions. Now you see the second balls, they were able to win it. Our defender had a nod like to take the ball away, but because they positioned themselves rightly, and that's a good thing about positioning. When you position, you take up, you understand your passing lanes, your routes, your movements, your angles. It's going to be so easy for you to get those second balls. And you could see them still positioned in the right way. This man here, we got this man in the right hand half space, you could see, and we have this man here. Beautiful positioning. Still, this is to show how they create triangles. Beautiful, lovely triangles. You could see the triangle between this man and this man. You could see how they create those triangles. Now, this is another shape. You could see them taking up triangles on the left-hand side of the pitch. Positioned very intelligently. Basic positioning. You could see once more the different variations of diamond, triangle positioning. At every turn, they were keeping position. Every single time, they were always in possession. Whenever they had possession, they guarded, they kept it, and they used it wisely. And now this is a team that does not meet with the quality and profile of players that the Nigerian squad have gotten, but they were able to replicate this. From what you and I have actually analyzed together, you would observe and see clearly that it is those little mistakes that are costing us. We can't play football. We can't play football without roadmap. We can't play football without observing those basic principles of triangles, diamonds, of passing and movement. We can't play football without angles of support. We can't play football without understanding the road channels, passing lanes. We can't play football abusing the rules of progression, abusing the rules of staying behind the press, and we expect magic to be happening. We can't just be playing football in the sky and expecting other of our teammates to get those second balls even when they are not positioned intelligently. And this is where I don't want to believe that if players are called to order that they won't keep to those basic rules. If we're struggling to keep these basic rules, it says a lot about the coaching crew. If the coach is not seeing it, how about the assistants? This is a wake-up call for our players to actually up their game and do those basic things they do at their clubs. If the shepherd cannot lead them, there are some basics that they could do by themselves without even actually waiting for a shepherd who doesn't know his left from his right. This is my honest take. I'll see you next time.